Okay, here we are with the late 40s Hudson 321 by American Flyer. And yesterday I sat this down and it started. Amazing. I had to move the little switch over. I don't know if you can see that switch right there, that silver there. If I move it over like that and it's touching that knob, then that connects the track power to this motor. I also had to move the wheels a little bit because the wheels are probably dirty to get a good contact. And the engine, the little motor started to spin. It turned this gear, which pushed this piston in and out and heated up these coils, and that created a plume of smoke out of this outlet right here. Amazing, right? Quite amazing. So I hooked up these pins to the motor and found that the motor wasn't turning. And then I thought, what if I looked at the motor, 2 pins, that normally would say DC. I suppose they could have taken it apart. I noticed when I looked in the top, the reverse unit is missing, MIA. When the reverse unit is missing, you have no way to control the reverse. So I'm thinking maybe they converted, rewired, took out the reverse, rewired it, and made, this is a universal motor. It can run AC or DC, so maybe they made the engine run on DC. So then I got a rectifier out of one of my bags of tricks, and I hooked track power up to it, and through the rectifier it converts AC to DC. It takes the AC signal, which is a wave like this, and it clips half of it off, so you just get DC. And I ran DC to the engine thinking, well, let's see what happens. First time, I could not believe it. There's a little bit of a grind, it probably just needs cleaning and lubing, but look at that. It's running. And it has a headlight. Holy moly. So it's running with a headlight, and it has a little bit of an oil smell, but not too bad. So now I'm wondering, well, I wonder if they can run both. If I flip the switch back on, can I get both? Ah! Okay. Now I have smoke chuffing and the engine running with the rectifier. Now I'm thinking I need to connect these two. I might have a piece of tubing I could use to do that. And I'm wondering if I ran this motor off DC, could I just run the whole thing off of DC and not have any reverse? And maybe that's how this engine was modified to operate DC to the track, and the switch for reverse was back here, and it was one engine at a time. Wow, that's pretty amazing. It's pulling some amps, though, I have to say. If I crank it up, it goes up to 2 1/4, almost, yeah, 2 1/4, 15 volt, 14 volts. So it's using some energy. These are not the most effective engines, okay? But it smokes. It's amazing. It's got some leaks, too. It smokes and it runs. And it has a headlight. Oh boy, this is pretty exciting. This engine hasn't run for a long time. No date stamp that I can see. That's pretty dirty. 321s. All right, well, I'll continue to work on this. I'm going to see if I can get it to run on DC only. First run, second run, smoke in boiler. First run, engine on DC. Amazing. We also want to capture how that's wired to say if you wanted to do DC in the future, that's how you could do it. Very interesting. Okay, bye.